One reason I like the details view is because I can click on any of these column headings and it will be sorted by that column heading. For example, if I click on name, it will be sorted first folders and then the names will appear below that. So for here, for example, if I click type, then it will be sorted by types. We'll double click on my autoresponders and then that will take us into autoresponders. First, what I'll do is to click date modified heading, and that will let me see the files that I've created so far today. I'll highlight these 3 files because I'll put those so that I can put those in the autoresponder folder that I've created today. I can highlight them by clicking on them one at a time, or by holding my shift key down, left clicking the top one and then left clicking down on the bottom one so all of them are highlighted. Or I can click one, hold the control key down and click another one so those 2 will be highlighted, and then click the third one. Shift key will highlight everything from beginning to end, and the control key will highlight things one at a time. So if I highlight all 3 of those, if I were to drag these over into a folder that's on the same hard drive, then these would actually move over there. So they would leave from here and move to the new folder. If I want to copy them, then I would drag them with my right mouse button and it would say copy like this. If I open these up by clicking the plus over here and going down to my autoresponders here, I could grab them with the right mouse button and drag them over there, and you see the my autoresponders highlighted, and let it go. And at that point I would have the option to either copy or move them, or copy a shortcut. A shortcut is just an icon that's created, so once I click on it, it will open that item, but the shortcut is just a reference to that item without moving the entire item over there. But here we'll go ahead and move here, and now those files have left here and they're now inside of my autoresponders. I'll click over here and now we see those files. As I organize things, I can click inside of this folder now and create a new folder here, or while my autoresponders is highlighted, I could go to File, New, and create a folder in here also. As you see now, the new folder created is already in edit mode. Here I can put different campaigns if I like. For example, I can call this my campaign 01. So now the information I want for my campaign 01 I can put in here. I can grab these and highlight them and drag them down and move them into here. If I hit Control Z or Edit Undo, it will undo what I just did. When we created these users with Notepad, we called it a CSV file. A CSV file is a comma delineated or comma separated values file. We can look at it with a Notepad, but CSV is an extension that's recognized by Microsoft Excel, so that's why we have the Excel icon over here. If I want to see this with Notepad, I would have to start Notepad and then open it from Notepad like that, where I would go down and click Start, All Programs, Accessories, and Notepad to start it, and then File, Open. I would go to My Documents, and then once I open it, I would go inside of My Autoresponders and double click this. that will take me over to my autoresponders. You'll notice that we don't see any files here. That's because when we have the asterisk, which means anything, .txt, it'll only show the .txt files. I can click this files type button here and click on all files to see it, or I can say asterisk dot asterisk and enter to see all of the files. And they see that here this goes to all files also. So now I see my users 1 to 10 CSV. I can click this and click open, or I can double click it with the left mouse button and it will open. And now we see that the information we included in here when we created users 1 through 10 are here. We'll close that. So that's a little of using Microsoft Windows Explorer. As I said before, you can click up here and actually put in a URL and go to whatever website you'd like. For example, if I put in here www.rt4p.com, then the website would actually open here. We'll scroll down and see the website. And you can hit the back arrow here and go back, or you can hit the backspace on your keyboard and do the same thing. If you'd like it always to open up in the details view, what you can do is to click Tools, Folder Options, and go to View. And if you click on Apply to All Folders, then every time you open a folder, it will be in the details view. When we created users 1 through 10 and we call the file my users 1 through 10 and use the extension CSV for comma separated values, we can also take this and copy this file and rename it to my users 1 through 10 underscore txt. A .txt file is a notepad file, and Notepad will open it when double clicked. As you see here, I can see the extensions of the files that I created. What allows you to be able to see the extensions is when you go to Tools, Folder Options, and View. At first, this item here, Hide Extensions for Known File Types, is checked. You would uncheck this by left clicking on it and say OK. And then that will allow you to be able to see the extensions. We'll cancel that out. If I click on my users.csv and I drag it with my right mouse button over here to in the space, I get an option that says copy or create shortcut. I'll copy it here. And now I have a file of copy my users. If I left click on it one time, now while it's highlighted, it will go into edit mode. You can also go into edit mode by clicking on File, Rename. So while I clicked on this, I'll left click from here and drag it across and delete that part out with the delete key. And then here where we have the .csv, I'll highlight that and change that to txt and hit enter. And it gives you the warning that you've changed the file extension. Yes, we do want to do that. Now we have a file, the same file, but it's now a txt or a text file. As you see here, a text document. Now if I double click on this, instead of opening up Excel, it will open up Notepad and appear there.